I just can't get enough of myself. I'm so happy to be here in San Jose, California. It's good to be back. Boy, I tell you, there was a very close call when Maria and I were just about to get divorced. It would have been a disaster because if she would have divorced me, she would have got half of California. I tell you what, I'm so excited to be here. You know, so excited to be with all of the Silicon Valley people and all of the people to make the people decisions and all of that. You know, you're fantastic. I tell you what, whenever I decided to enter the gubernatorial race, I had to think about it long and hard. But the once I entered, I won, and I became the goober. It's fantastic, yeah. Look at the Republicans. Mitt Romney, someone needs to loosen up his hair. I don't know, it looks too tight. Rick Santorum, he needs to get laid. I'm telling you, it's the truth. And I don't know. I tell you what, Newt Gingrich, I want to see 50 push-ups, and then I want to get you into a downward dog and stay there. I can't tell you how excited I am. America is such a fantastic place. It's such a beautiful place. And with California, we're the best place in the whole world. I go all over the world. I go all over the United States and I tell people, come to California. It's easy. You just go to Mexico and crawl through a hole in the fence. Now, I want you to know that this is a bipartisan event. That's why we're going to bring out, we've got 2 Republicans and we're going to have 2 Democrats. Do you like that? Yeah, I know you do. This is what we're going to do. We're going to bring out the former President of the United States, Bill Clinton. He's my friend. They like him. He's one of the Democrats I really like. And you can put my arm around him and hang out because he gets all the chicks. Okay? Please put your hands together and welcome Bill Clinton. He is now.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that. And no, take a seat, really. I'm just pleased to be here in San Jose, California. And I think joint venture, you are a fantastic group of people. You know, every day somebody asks me, is Hillary going to run? Like she talks to me. Oh, a lot of you are wondering, what am I doing here? Let me be perfectly clear. I am hiding from Hillary. What are you doing behind that podium? I'll tell you what, I'm not wearing any pants. Hillary wears the pants in the family. I got a pair, I just don't want to wear them. I'm not saying that our relationship is cold, but every time I open the bedroom window, the light comes on. I love that joke. Sort of. You know, America is a wonderful country. We are a wonderful country because we have fabulous leaders. But I think bipartisanship needs to start to grow. And I have led the way by hanging out with former President George Herbert Walker Bush. We're buddies. Hillary says it's like me going on spring break with Mr. Rogers. Barbara Bush calls it his inappropriate relationship. Every time he comes home and hanging out with me, she does a glitter check. Oh, that's funny if you think about it. I would talk on, but I think it's important that you hear from your President of the United States. So I want you to welcome the present-day Commander-in-Chief. Please put your hands together for President Barack Obama. Come on now, come on. Thank you. Thank you. I want to welcome you all to my $1,000 a plate fundraiser. I would have sent Joe Biden in my place, but I was afraid he would talk. Every time Joe Biden opens his mouth, George Bush feels a lot better about himself. Today, I'm here to reaffirm that once again I am running for re-election. And with good reason. A man would be crazy to give up a job in this economy. Since becoming president, I have faced 2 wars. The swine flu
Paris, the worst oil spill in history, and living with my mother-in-law. All of this while I have supposedly given up smoking. I do not understand why JFK can have an affair with Marilyn Monroe and I can't toke a fatty in the Rose Garden. And all this is going on while I get the same harassing phone calls every day from Sarah Palin. Messages were always the same. Bomba, 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 banana, banana, bomba. I gotta tell you, this Tea Party is a tough opponent. I mean, how do you tell someone dressed up like Benjamin Franklin to go fly a kite? This nation faces a financial crisis. We are $15 trillion in debt. The word trillion scares people, but it's simply a Latin word that means Tyrannosaurus Rexilian. We say trillion because it sounds a lot better than buttload. But don't worry about this economy. That's my job. I'm not worried about it. A lot of folks are afraid that America is losing its place in the world. Recently, China announced they have built the world's fastest computer. Well, good for them. But let's see if they can invent the ShamWow, the George Foreman grill, or those stairs that help your fat dog crawl up on your bed at night. Anybody in China have invented the Snuggie? No. They don't sit around on their rear end in front of the television long enough to think about things like that. I would tell you something. I would not trade this economy for all the tea in China. I tried. They said no. We have a lot to do. Let me just say something about my health care plan. I know a lot of you have questions about my health care policy, questions like, how can we impeach you? We got to save a lot of money. Here's how. First, health care costs do not have to be so expensive. First thing we can do is those TSA airport scans can now double as x-rays for your doctor to examine. They can also start doing simple procedures like prostate checks. They're already wearing the rubber gloves. We can also start by adding a new policy that I call walk it off. When you get hurt at work, walk it off. There's absolutely no way this nation can continue down the road it's going without addressing the serious subject of childhood obesity. Over 1/3 of America's children are obese. The other 2/3 are terrified of being trampled to death at recess. That is why today, before Joint Venture in San Jose, California, I am unveiling my new program titled No Child Behind Left Alone. It's good policy. We can do better than what we are doing right now. But America has to get off its addiction to foreign oil. Some folks want wind and solar. Others want nuclear, clean coal, and gas. Some older folks just want us to pull their finger. We can do better than what we're doing now. America's infrastructure is aging, and that is why we must rebuild our roads and our bridges, so the American people will have a place to live under. Jump off ball. It's time that all Americans have high-speed internet in every home, so every American can receive shirtless pictures from their congressman. A lot of folks ask, well, how are we going to pay for all this? Let me be clear. We will print money until we run out of paper.
made it clear that every American had a right to know how their money was being spent. That is why I put together a new website that you can go and track every dollar and every dime. That is called www.bendover.com. We got a lot of Republicans over there that want my job. Some days I'm tempted to say you can have it. Some of them are good folks, like Ron Paul. God bless him. Good to see Ron out there campaigning at his age. I heard he campaigned all the way through North Carolina with his blinker on. About our nation's security, let me just say to those who would do our country harm, we will stop you on a plane. We will stop you on a train. If bombs are in your shoes or shorts, we will stop you at our ports. If you appear to be nervous or edgy, air marshals will give you a mondo wedgie. Believe me, the threats are out there. I recently received a threatening letter from Iranian President Mahmoud Ahmadinejad. In return, I sent him an autographed aerial photo of his nuclear sites. And I made it clear to him that if he did not copy that letter and send it to 10 other world leaders, he would have very bad luck. Throughout this campaign, I want you to keep in mind, remember, that I am not a socialist, I'm not a communist, but rather I am an ordinary man, born and raised on the island of Hawaii, who believes that every year we must sacrifice a virgin to the volcano gods. And I want you folks to know that after 3 years, I realized that fancy speeches alone will not solve all our problems, nor will vodka. But just the right mixture of the two will go a long way. God bless you all, and God bless America. Thank you.